The age of personal brands is in full swing right now. Founders are creating content to raise funds, agency owners are doing it to sign clients, consultants are able to build 6 to 8 figure businesses, and freelancers are able to get opportunities that they've never seen before. All of this is happening because of their personal brand. Because a strong personal brand can generate leads, attract opportunities, recruit the best talent, raise capital, network with the best people in the industry, and have an authority in your space. There are already entrepreneurs who are making 9 to 11 figures from the personal brand that they have built over years. But there are few people who believe that AI is going to replace personal brands. AI can write content, AI can edit videos, and it is getting even harder and harder to notice which one's AI and which is not. But here's where AI cannot beat you. It cannot beat your experiences, it cannot beat your failures or your story or the money that you've lost building a business, because AI has never lived a life before. AI has never built a business. It doesn't have a personal touch. And that's exactly why building a personal brand in today's age has become even more valuable in the age of AI to stand out from the AI noise out there. In this video, there are 3 parts. Who am I? I'm Varshit. I've made over $100K in the last 1 year completely from my personal brand. And I've helped multiple entrepreneurs do the same exact thing. So let's get started with no further ado. Now, step 1, get clear on what you want to build your personal brand to do. Before we talk about content, before we talk about stories, before we talk about your entire personal brand, let's answer this one simple question. Why are you building your personal brand in the first place? Now, that's the first question that you got to ask yourself. Because a personal brand is not the goal. It's the vehicle to get you to the goal. The goal is usually few things that I'm going to talk about, right? It is either getting clients for your business, whether it's getting the best talent for your business, or raising funds for your startup, or selling your digital products online, or even building a community or getting to be known in your space. This is exactly where a lot of people fit in. If you're not in this bracket, this video is not for you. I don't want to waste your time. So whatever it is, write it down from the things that I've mentioned before, because your content strategy depends entirely on the outcome that you're trying to create here. Most people start by posting some random things and hope that they would reach their goal, but that's not going to happen. You need a proper plan, you need a proper strategy, and you can only make one when you know where you're heading towards. Now, once you know the outcome, we'll identify the stories and the value that will take you towards the goal. A lot of you think you need more knowledge or more certificates, more credentials, or more of everything in order to build a personal brand that actually gets you leads. But that's not the case. Your personal brand is more of documenting your journey than teaching like a guru. Because you agree or not, AI literally has everything. It has all the information, it has all the knowledge, it has all the brains, so that if a person asks a question, it can literally answer it in a few seconds. Then why should people watch you? Now, that's exactly where your advantage comes in. The people who win in the age of AI won't be the people with the most information. It'll be the people with most relatable experiences. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned from studying the top entrepreneurs and creators in the space is this, right? Relatable beats impressive every single time. Most people think that they need $1 million story. No, it's false. Some of the best performing online pieces comes from very relatable, common experiences. For example, getting your first client, losing your first client, overcharging a client or undercharging a client. All these experiences is exactly what makes you relatable for your ideal viewers. Because people do not connect with perfection, they connect with progress. So how do you find the stories? It's pretty simple. Open your notes app, open your calendar, open your WhatsApp messages, your emails, and your entire life for the past 2 to 5 years. Ask yourself what happened in each and every part of the situation. And then, pretty simple, write down a personal story. Block your calendar for an afternoon or an evening for a couple of hours, and then just put on the voice memo and start talking your entire personal journey. Now, what this is going to help you is completely document your entire life and talk about all your experiences and your stories. So what you can do is create a document like this so that you can recall this document while creating any piece of content in the next few steps. Now, what you can do here is once you record it, put that into AI, transcript and put that into AI, and give this a simple prompt. I want to build a personal brand out of my experiences. Ask me questions about my life, career, business journey, failures and wins. Help me identify stories that contain valuable lessons for other people. That's it, right? If you spend like one afternoon doing this exercise properly, you'll probably walk away with enough content ideas for the next 1 to 3 months. Now, voila, you have your personal story document. Now you know exactly what to talk about in your videos. You have all your experiences and your stories completely mapped out in this this entire part of the section. Now, step 2 is how do you turn your experiences into content that actually people want to watch. Now, this is where a lot of people get stuck, and that's exactly why I'm talking about this structure. I'm going to give you a system that you can create content at scale and actually go from 0 to 10, 20, 30k followers in the next 3 to 4 months. Now, it's pretty simple, right? First of all, do not overthink everything. Do not worry about originality. Do not think about biggest artists out there and something like that, right? We're going to use a very simple method called steal like an artist to steal the best ideas in your advantage and actually act as an entrepreneur and take advantage of the winning formats and create content in a way that gets our messages to a wide range of people so that we get what we want, which is growing our business. So here's a pretty simple step, right? The wrong approach is when you're just starting out, you trying to innovate a new format, you trying to create something new, something that no one has ever seen before. Now that's the biggest mistake that a lot of people fall into. So the other way around, the method that would help you reach your goals very quickly is actually copying people. Now again, you've got to do it in a very way that it doesn't look like copying, and I'm going to talk about exactly how you can do it. The reason why it's very important, especially in the game of social media, is because numbers matter a lot. The reach matters, the attention matters, and social trust matters a lot, especially in countries like India. People look at numbers, and like social media is a game of numbers and you've got to win it, right? Like no more views never will harm your business. It's a simple human psychology that I think everyone should understand. When people say views do not matter, I completely disagree with that. Views definitely matter. So first of all, what I would do is look at my niche right now. Let's say I'm in my fitness niche. I would just look into that fitness niche and look at 3 to 5 different content creators or fitness coaches in my niche. Now, what I would do is I would look at people selling similar products, people targeting similar customers, people talking about similar topics, and I would study them obsessively. Like I would only look at the viral videos. The viral video is basically a video that is performing 3 times than the average videos in their account, right? So I would look at the viral videos and see what are some of the patterns that I see that are repeating in each and every single thing. Usually, it's going to be a better hook, a better visual hook, the duration of the video, the way the video is shot, the scripting of the video, or the idea of the entire video. These are the primary reasons why a video really pops off really well and becomes an outlier video. So I would study them properly. The goal here is not to copy them and like word to word and talk the exact same thing. No, that's not exactly why we are doing this transcription. So the hook of the video, which is the first 2 lines, is going to be exactly the same. I don't want you to change that. If they're talking about, for example, these are the 5 exercises that is going to grow your biceps and back, right? And then he's going to talk about the 5 exercises, and then in the end he might be a call to action to comment biceps so that he can send the entire workout plan for you. Now this would be a viral reel by some other creator or some other coach. Now how you can use this is pretty simple. You got to take that reel, use the exact same hook, not going to change it, use the exact way that he has shot the video, and just replace the body with your own story or the exercises that you believe that are going to be the best ones, and that's it. You're going to do the exact same thing for the next 15-20 videos, and you're just going to include your information, your messaging in these viral formats and frameworks. Always think about viral frameworks, not viral scripts. And this is exactly how you do it. And when you remix all these creators and change your background, change your the clothes, the type of clothes that you wear, or kind of background music that you also use in your videos, you completely become a new format altogether. You completely come across as a fresh piece of content. And that is exactly what you need to do if you really want to scale quickly to 10, 20, 30k followers in the next couple of days. And the next one would be the type of buckets that you need to create. So basically they come under these 2 buckets. One is pain and the other one is opportunity. It's always about, what are the pain points that other people facing, and you just have to talk about them more and more often, because that is exactly what makes you feel relatable, and that's exactly what's gonna make them feel that, hey, he knows what I'm feeling. So there are 2 types of content that you've got to create here: value content and story content. Now value content is primarily focused on what's the pain point that people are facing and what is your opportunity for those audiences to take action on. For example, the pain point would be people getting laid off because of AI, and the opportunity could be using the same AI to kind of start an AI-led service-based business and make thousands of dollars remotely. Now that is exactly how you can create a content piece that actually attracts the people that you want to do. So this is how you do it. And the story content can be talking about your documentation, the experience that you've had. Who are you to talk about such opportunities and pain points? Do you have any kind of story? Do you have any personality? Talking about all your failures, journey, because this is exactly what makes your brand personal. So make sure that you include such things. Now, from all the steps that I've mentioned here, You've figured out how do you consistently get attention for your personal brand and create videos that actually go viral and get you the followers that you want and the kind of eyeballs that you need for your personal brand. And the next step is how do you turn the attention that you're going to get into a real business that makes multiple 5 figures, if not 6 figures every single month consistently. Now, this is where a lot of people will never make the jump from just being a creator to actually building a business. Let's talk about that now. Turn your personal brand into a business asset. Most people stop at content and they get stuck. They don't know what to do. They are looking for brand deals or collaborations and they're hoping that they would automatically get clients from their business. But you've got to put in the effort to create a system that will actually get you clients from the personal brand that you've built before. Look at the entire ecosystem as a funnel. The top layer of the funnel is gonna be your content. Now, your content is exactly what's going to attract your ideal clients for your business. And the real business is exactly what happens underneath that. So what we want is content turning into attention and attention turning into leads and leads turning into conversions and conversions turning into customers and customers turning into revenue. All the process that I've mentioned, this is exactly how the buyers or the viewers journey looks like. Someone discovers your reel, follows you because he really relates with you and you think you are very credible. And then he looks at your YouTube as well, becomes even more connected towards your content. The trust builds up. Now, what he's going to do is, maybe sign up to your newsletter, look at your website or join a free masterclass of yours, or even maybe DM you about a problem that he's facing right now and he's hoping that you would solve it. And then he gives you a credit card so that he can buy some sort of consultation, mentorship or services or some or the other thing. Voila, that's exactly how you get your client. The strongest entrepreneurs and the strongest founders out there who are creating content understands the system really, really well. And that's exactly why they're able to convert that attention into cash. Because you don't just build audience for attention. Do you want to be an influencer out there? No. A lot of you who's watching this right now want to actually get clients for your business. And this is exactly how you turn your attention into proper business. You build a system, funnel. Because once the trust exists, the sales call becomes very easier, the leads become very easier. And that's exactly why I call building a personal brand is the cheat code for any business that you want to do in today's day and age. Because right now your customers are actually spending hours every single day online and they're looking for answers. And when they find someone who's actually solving their problems, they're ready to invest into them to solve way bigger problems by the services that you offer. Month after month and years after years, this is exactly how personal brand becomes an asset. And that's how personal brand generate predictable revenue. Now at this point, some of you are thinking, I do not have an audience. Great, because we're no longer living in a social media era, we're living in an algorithm era. Instagram doesn't care about who follows you, YouTube doesn't care about who follows you. Make sure that you fulfill the algorithm and you do it by remixing the content pieces that are already going viral. And if people don't, it doesn't. Simple. And you reiterate and come up with better ideas and better pieces of content. And when you see some of the other videos popping off, just double down on the things that are working for you. If you're building a business in the age of AI, personal brand is no longer an option. It's the highest leveraged asset you can build to survive in this industry. And the sooner you start building, the bigger the advantage you'll have. Peace.